I think that people have tried to deliberately and disingenuously conflate genuine criticism of what Israel's government is now doing. And I've become increasingly critical of what they're doing this year and very vocal about it. And immediately, all the people on the pro-Israeli side who at the start of the war were cheering me from the rooftops for, supporting Israel's right to defend itself, suddenly I'm anti-Semitic. I'm a Jew hater. And it's been relentless bombardment on X and other social media platforms. And yet there's been a real disconnect. That's why it's interesting about your reaction that you've been getting. A real disconnect with people I meet in the street. I've been in New York for a week. I've been in Los Angeles now. And I've only had Jewish people come up to me and some Israelis who've been thanking me for holding the government to account for what they're doing in their name. And for understanding what you have understood so clearly, is that a lot of what is going on now will actually make lives less safe for Israelis and for Jews around the world, not safer. And it's for that reason I've been so critical. And I also think if you treat the Palestinians in Gaza, the innocent Palestinians, not Hamas, but the fact that 20,000 children have been killed, the fact that there's now obvious severe hunger, possibly the start of a famine, obvious starvation in many cases. The fact that there's this constant denial by people on the pro-Israeli side, I think it does all Israelis such a disservice.
Absolutely. And I have to say, it's when I see people trying to defend the indefensible, the starvation and slaughter of an entire people, by invoking anti-Semitism, it really sickens me, to be honest. We as Jews, we have inherited a kind of a sacred legacy of the oppression and slaughter and genocide of our ancestors. And we need to treat it with grave care. That is a sacred legacy in which if you call someone an anti-Semite, you are associating them with some of the worst crimes in human history. You should not use that phrase lightly, and you should certainly not use it because you don't have any good arguments to use to defend the starvation and slaughter of children.